Hey guys, I'm Albert Carr from Consumer CS's Urban Credit Store. Guys, I'm the Urban Credit Engineer. Yes, I can engineer anyone a 700 plus credit score in a matter of 30 minutes. Credit is one of the simplest things in the world to fix, but the reason that it's difficult, there are so many people that do credit repair that those people are doing, some not are doing a great job. But here's the reason that we cannot get to that 700 plus credit score. Everywhere you turn, there are those commercials saying credit doesn't matter, zero, no money down, and all of these different things. But the truth of the matter, those are all geared towards taking advantage of you. These systems will never work for you. But I'm Albert Carr at Consumer CS's Urban Credit Store. You can visit me at urbancreditstore.com, or you can call me at 214-755-5002. You can text me. I'll answer any question that you want to know on credit. I have 30 years of credit experience. Let me tell you about some of the things that I do in credit. Here's what I did for a friend of mine. 6 years ago, I got a friend two cards at 2.99% interest rate. And those cars are paid for right now because, we got a low interest rate. We got the right price for the car. And so we got the right payment and everything. So now they came back to me a few months ago, and this is what I did for them. I put them in a new system. This is what I did. I got them a line of credit for $20,000. I got them two new credit cards, and those two credit cards are about $8,000 each. And then I got them an additional line of credit for home improvement. But the $20,000 that I got them in the line of credit, this is the line of credit that they can use whenever they want to buy something. They can write a check for $20,000. They can write a check for $20. But the fact of the matter is that this puts them in a position that they no longer have to use a credit card unless they want to. Now, credit cards are basically designed to build your credit score. I show people how to charge, but charge below a different line, but charge on a different line of credit instead of a credit card. Credit cards are the most difficult things in the world to pay. But hey guys, if you want to know how to buy a car, I can show you how to buy a car. That's my specialty. In fact, I buy cars all over the United States here. I bought cars in several different states. And what I do is I get my clients the 700 plus credit score. And once I get them the 700 plus credit score, I recommend a credit union in whatever city or state that they're in. And after I recommend a credit union, I send them to that particular credit union, knowing what the lowest interest rate is and knowing that they're going to get that. And when my clients go in to buy a car, this is how we buy a car. We buy a car. The last three cars that I bought for my client, we bought those cars from home, just like you order a book on Amazon. Buying a car is one of the simplest things in the world, but it's very difficult because what happens when we buy a car, you have the sales guy on the other end of the table who knows all of this information and you have no knowledge of it. But what I do is I train the consumer how to buy a car, how to get the right price, and how to always get the lowest interest rate. Guys, I'm Albert Carr from Consumer CS's Urban Credit Store. You can find me at urbancreditstore.com. You can find me on Facebook at CCS Urban Credit Store. You can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on any of the mediums, Snapchat, etc. Hey guys, I'm Albert Carr from Consumer CS's Urban Credit Store. Let me engineer you a perfect line of credit. Credit is one of the simplest things in the world. And yes, having particular creditors on your credit report indicates that you don't know much about credit, or it indicates that you're with a bunch of predators. Just give me one more example. I had a realtor lady contacting me a few years ago, and she was wanting to, she had a guy that she was about to get him financing on a home. He had a 679 credit score, I remember well, because her credit score was about the same. And she called me on the phone and she was asking me questions, and she says, I want to get this here guy qualified for a home, but this is the issue. I need to raise his score just a few points. And as she asked me the questions, I told her what to do, and she says, that's not going to work. And then she come back and said, oh, that worked. And then she said, that's not going to work again. So I figured out what she was doing. She was running, my scenario through a simulator. And this is what I said to her. I said, ma'am, I can simulate credit in my mind 15, 20 years ago. A simulator has nothing on me because I've looked at credit for 30 years. I can look at the pie chart, which consists of 35%, 30%. You got 10% new, you got 10% inquiry, you got 15% tight. I can take that based on basic statistics, based on a mathematical formula, and take that and make anyone have a 750 plus credit score. Credit is not, you cannot build your credit by doing credit repair, by deleting your information from your credit report. If you delete your information from your credit report, where will your actual credit score come from? You won't have access to a credit score if you do it that way. There's 45 million people in this country that have no credit scores. 26 million is invisible, 19 million is thin. And what that means, invisible means that some of them got rental center credit and some of them have no credit at all. And here's the thing that I want to get you out of. I want to get you out of the system of the payday lending. I can shut that system down for you guys. That system is a predatory system, and it's blanketed on people that are less fortunate with the least resources. There is so much going on now, guys, but let me encourage you guys to begin to read the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau's website, the Better Business Bureau website, and the FTC website, the Texas Attorney General's office, or the Arkansas Attorney General's office, or the Milwaukee, whatever state you're in. Look at these websites, and they will prove to you that what I'm telling you is absolute. Credit repair is a system that's been put in our hands, and it was put in our hands in 1980, in the mid-80s. I can show you the book. I was one of the first people to order the book. And I used to do credit repair, and it used to work until they went to automated. When everything went from someone having to go down to the basement and to look up something, and it went to automated where they put everything on computers. At that particular juncture, credit repair began to stall. And the reason that it stalled because what has happened since that time, the Credit Bureau has built a system called eOscar. This system belongs to them. Research this here. Google the eOscar and what it is, and you'll understand what I'm saying. But they built this system. This system reads every letter, everything that comes into the Credit Bureau. And what it does, it sends out on the other end, they have a 3-code message that they sent back to the Credit Bureau, which is a 3-coded message, which is designed to keep them in business doing what they're doing. And that coded message doesn't indicate anything really in information. What that coded message does is just a code to them to keep you where you are. But you have eOscar working for them, and then I have to tell you, once they developed eOscar, see, systems are very complicated. And I'm one that have studied systems for 30 years. I have a degree in sociology, so those of us that have degrees in sociology, we're system type people. But the system that is in place, the current system of credit repair, is not going to work. Not the way that you need it to work, because it doesn't address everything. It basically addresses everything. Let's get everything deleted. How about an education in credit systems? How about someone that can come in and show people that have an 800 credit score have a 830 credit score? And this is what my expertise is. It doesn't matter what your credit score is. I can look at your credit file and I can tell you within 30 minutes the 3 to 4 moves that you have to make to rebuild your credit. If you're dealing with someone in credit repair, this is what you should know. These are the questions that you should ask them. How long is it going to take? If they can't tell you right there once they see your credit report, I can look at your credit report. They should be able to look at your credit report and number everything that's on your credit and tell you what to do line for line. But most people cannot do that. I'm not saying that there aren't people out there that can do some really good credit restoration, but I just don't believe in credit repair. Because here's the reason I don't believe. Most of the people that come into my system come from 2 of the top credit repair industries out there, and they have the same testimony. I paid these people over $100 a month for several years, and absolutely nothing happened. And it's because it's a system. It's designed, think about it, it's an installment. And what they're doing, they're just kind of, carrying you along and exciting you. The credit repair people are the most convincing. They're the most exciting people in the world. I mean, I even believe them when they're talking, but I know better because I've been dealing with this system for 30 years. But when you talk about credit, someone that looks at your credit, it's a 30-minute solution system. When it comes to fixing credit, there's approximate 3 to 4 moves in rebuilding your credit. If you have a bankruptcy, you can rebuild your credit score to a 750 plus within 6 months. 90 days after you discharge your bankruptcy, I can show you how to have a 685 easy credit score, which is the same thing as a 700 credit score in this country. Did you know that 675 and 680 is considered the same thing as a 700? It is. Hey guys, I'm Albert Carr from Consumer CS's Urban Credit Store. I'm excited about training and teaching, but I have a curriculum that I've designed. It's a 7-week curriculum where you go through a methodical process where we go through credit systems, we go through credit scores, we go through how to run the numbers, we go through all types of scenarios. What it is, I have seven parts to it. 3 parts is credit, three parts is credit, 2 parts is money, and 2 parts is finance. And the reason that my system is designed this way because I built a proprietary system that I've invented myself. And this system can look at any credit. And it can show any credit, whether your credit score is 375. I see 475s, 500s every day. And people that have 500 credit scores, they basically have a 700 credit score. But because they have no knowledge in credit systems, they're sitting there paying this high interest rate and giving back everything that they work for to people that don't really give anything to you. But guys, I'm Albert Carr from Consumer CS's Urban Credit Store. If you want to have a 700 credit score, call my number 214-755-5002. If Albert Carr does not give you a 700 credit score, Albert Carr will pay you. Now, I'm saying this here because you have the Federal Trade Commission, the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau. They're all going to say, do not deal with credit repair because it's a scam. They all say the same thing. And this is what I'm saying. I've not built a credit repair system. I built a financial system. Dave Ramsey has built a system. Susan Orman has built a system, and Albert Carr has built a system as well. But the thing about my system was built around people of color because you have to look at culturally, we're in a different situation than them. So what I'm trying to start us at is a good starting point where we can be, equal to, other people. Now, here's the thing. This is my main objective. I'm looking for realtors. I'm looking for attorneys that I can show how to build a consumer protection attorney law firm because, guys, they're cleaning our clock out here and this here. And people ask me, well, who would need me? Every person alive would need you because let me tell you why. Anyone that gets a collection letter, and that's almost everybody in this country, anyone that gets that's in a lawsuit, anyone that has bought a car that's been repossessed, a home that's foreclosed, they would need a consumer protection attorney. And the reason that we need a consumer protection attorney because the system that is working against us is not going to help us because that system is never wanted. Think about it. There aren't very many consumer protection attorneys out there, and that's for a reason because why would the system go against itself? It's not going to. So I'm looking for guys that sell cars. I got a friend right here locally, and I know you guys are going to say maybe not, but this is absolutely true. My friend sells an average of 40 cars per month. I work with one of the top real estate agents here in North Texas, African-American female. She sells an average of 3 or 4 homes a month. But guys, the homes are $800,000 and up. She very seldom sell a home that's under $1 million. And this is a fact. And when we talk about, attorneys, I mean, this is an area, as I said, that you guys can go in and clean clock. No one is doing this. Start looking at it. You'll see what I'm saying. And then you have the realtors that are, that want to sell homes. I can increase your business by 30, 40% in 1 year. And the reason that I can do this here, I hold the variable that no one owes. You can show me anyone's credit report and I'll show you in 4 moves how to make it a 700. I don't care how many clients you got that cannot qualify for a home. It's the simplest thing in the world. Because the credit bureau is a set system. And when you have a set system, what you have is a set way of doing things. And in this set system,